Whoa! It's the illusion porting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. I'm on the old Malibu Road, sitting in my Terra Cruiser, lunch break, job site. Wow. People are wacky. So I'm sitting there doing the base and case in this room, and the property owner, the house owner, comes by, and it's like probably a $15 million beach house, right? From the ground up, dude. The caissons alone set into the sand cost $1 million each. I think there's like 12 of them. Anyway, he comes in, and I'm overhearing him talking about how he's saying he doesn't like to say when something's wrong to the general contractor that he doesn't like, because he just would prefer to complain about it later on. And I'm sitting there like, what is wrong with this dude, man? He'd rather not say something about something that is probably obviously wrong, that like we even know about, you know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to wrap up this job, so there's all sorts of details and intricacies, man. A lot of like high-end wood cabinets and stuff going in, and you know, stuff's got to be perfect. But he's actually saying that he wouldn't fill us in on something that's driving him crazy, because he would rather wait till the job's completely done and walk around in his house and complain about it. That is the most stupid, asinine thing I think I've maybe ever heard someone say. I mean, that's crazy. To knowingly want to set yourself up for complaining. But I've heard that a lot recently. I heard this chick last night at one of the meetings I go to talk about how she likes to be annoyed at things. That's what she does, and she likes doing it. And I remember sitting there like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? So there are some really wacky low-frequency beings on this spaceship that really need some sort of like heavy-duty, like high vibrational love, man, because if being lame and complaining is really what gets you off, man, that's crazy. Truthfully, man, I mean, I guess I always knew people like that existed, but I really, really never thought they did. I always thought everybody wanted it all to be like smooth sailing. But no. Some people like stormy, choppy water with water leaking into their boat. It's so bizarre. Anyways, the illusion. Just in the work zone, getting super intricate about it, man. Having fun today. Hope you guys are all super stoked in your dream. And not running into any people that deliberately like to bitch and moan because it makes them happy. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot I was requested to share some of my snowboarding stories. This is hot too. My bro went down to the Agenda trade show and fully got me a Shaun White hat that I could, I just wear it when I'm doing scummy work, man, because I don't want to blow out any of my cool hats dealing with scummy work. So that's why I'm wearing a Shaun White, because it's a hat for scummy work. Anyway, I used to be a snowboarder once upon a time, and I got a request to share some stories. And, wow, I guess I'll share the snowboard story number one. So I'm going to school in Flagstaff, Arizona, and there's a giant 12,500 foot peak right outside of town, like literally like comes out of the back of town. Town's at 7,200 feet, right? And I'm going to school there, and I'm not thinking anything about snowboarding, whatever, man. Surfer, skater, straight from California. And I'm hanging out, living in the dorms and the whole thing, and I get to know all these kids, man. via the bong, and they're like, do you snowboard? And I'm like, no. They're like, why not? And I go, I don't know, never even thought about it. And they're like, you'd be a natural at it. You're a surfer and a skater. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't really care. Not a big deal. Not even on my radar, right? Well, all these kids are full blown into, they can't wait for the snow. They all have season passes, the whole thing. And it's been snowing now, you know, it's like coming into like snow season up in the mountain at school, fall semester. And they fully rally, and like, this was really a cool thing that happened. They got together and everybody like gave up a piece of equipment. You know, someone let me borrow their snowboard, someone let me borrow their season pass, someone let me borrow gloves, someone let me borrow goggles, someone let me borrow a jacket, boots, pants. Someone let me borrow one piece of equipment. And I went out snowboarding for my first day with Ricky Wilson. I went with Ricky Wilson. And at the time, I used to be fully afraid of like the concept of lift systems and elevations. And I was like, there's like a halfway spot on the mountain. It's a one lift mountain, or it used to be. And I was like, it was super dense fog that day, and I was just like, take me to the top, man. I don't even want to see any cliffs. I don't want to see how high I am. I don't want to get any vertigo. Just let's go right to the top. Let's go. I can't see a thing. This is the magic moment. So we get up to the top, and you know, standard like first half of the run was just falling and cartwheeling and slipping and oh my. And then I got it, and it was on. I was hooked. First day, and it was a full-blown like powder day, and I was way into it, and it set a vibe, man. I was a snowboard bum for a little while. You know, so I did the piecemeal thing that winter a bunch, borrowing everybody's stuff, and then the next winter I scored a season pass, and it was this magical like 300 plus inches of snow winter, and it was just powder day after powder day. And if you know anything about Kachina Peak and Arizona, it's like feast or famine as far as snow goes. So my second winter ever as a snowboarder, I like scored dream conditions in Flagstaff. And then I moved up to I think I snowboarded out out there in New Mexico above Taos. I think Santa Fe Ski Mountain. I got that like 3 or 4 times. Then I moved up to Portland, Oregon. Have a bunch of stories up there because I would go up to well, let's save that. We'll save that. And then one of my best, kind of the finale of it all, was I moved out to Bozeman, Montana, and spent a season at Bridger Bowl, being a powder hound and a sundog. Yeah, I was a pretty sick winter, man. I had some good stories from that stuff too. So thanks for reviving the snowboarding. Maybe I'll write that back into the script. But I have a weird thing about snowboarding. Like, I could go snowboarding anytime, but I like to have a season pass and live next to the mountain so I don't have to drive that much, because driving in the snow around a bunch of drunk skiers scares me. You know? I don't mind stoned snowboarders, but drunk skiers, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and living out in Montana, man, I got to see some pretty heavy carnage, and I think the road from where I lived in Bozeman up to Bridger Bowl was like 12 miles, and still it was like people cartwheeling cars like every day. Yeah, I'm not into like, I don't want to die in a car. That's all I know, man. I don't want to write it into the script. But anyway, snowboarding stories coming your way. The Illusion. Peace out.